Yeah, I'll just plug us in. Yeah.
Peggy Ann, Peggy, did you get a program? Can I use it? I forgot to pick one up. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the John Parrish Jr. Rink in Windsor. My name is Dan Boyd, and welcome to Valley Maple Leafs Hockey Night in Windsor. It's your webcast of the Valley Maple Leafs streaming here on Facebook, and we certainly hope that you enjoy tonight's game because we, as Lloyd Swicker and Earl Davis, for those of you who might remember those names, one would say a barn burner, and Lloyd would often say, go back to the boxing days, and he'd say we have a thriller in Manila tonight, but it will be a dandy. The South Shore Lumberjacks and the Valley Maple Leafs currently tied for the fourth and final playoff position in the Fred Fox division. The Lumberjacks come in tonight 7-9, while the Valley Maple Leafs are 7-10. The Lumberjacks will have their one last game to make up with the Leafs tomorrow night in Bridgewater against the Brookfield Elks. Now, in 3 games this year, the Valley won here in Windsor 5-3 on November 15th. But however, on the 27th of September in Windsor, the Lumberjacks were 5-1 winners, and on November 3rd, the Lumberjacks were 4-2 winners in Bridgewater. So that means the South Shore has outscored the Valley 12-8 in 3 games this season. But we have some great action tonight, almost guaranteed, because there's a lot riding. There's only 30 games to the 2024-2025 season, and that means that teams are looking for every single point. The Maple Leafs have already having played 17 of those 30, and the Lumberjacks 16 of those 30. So, as I said, tonight's game is really important. Both teams are doing equally on the power play this year. The Lumberjacks scoring 15% of the time, and the Maple Leafs 15% of the time. Maple Leafs doing a little bit better on the penalty kill, killing 81% of their penalties, while the Lumberjacks are killing 77%. Players to watch for tonight for the Maple Leafs. Of course, you got Jacob Gerhardt, who has been really finding his niche here of late, as the Maple Leafs have won 7 of their past 10 games. And Gerhardt has racked up 9 goals, 10 assists for 19 points, leads the team in scoring. Owen McDermott, 5 goals, 13 assists for 18 points. And then you can't forget about the goaltending of Graydon Mole, 6 wins, 4 losses. and a goals against average of 3.46 and a .927 save percentage. Meanwhile, for the Lumberjacks, who just are not the team everyone expected this year, they are, as I said, 7-9, but they went to the Nova Scotia Junior Final last year and gave the Antigonish Bulldogs quite a scare before the Bulldogs eliminated them in overtime in Game 6 in Bridgewater. But players you have to keep your eye on for the Lumberjacks: Aaron Lane, 2 goals, 14 assists for 16 points. Brendan Coleman, 9 goals, 6 assists for 15 points. And John Schubele, 5 goals, 9 assists for 14 points. Daniel Klein, 4 goals, 10 assists for 14 points. Colin Westlake, who was the league scoring champion last year in his rookie season, well, teams have sort of caught on to him. Colin has only scored 6 times this year and recorded 4 assists for 10 points. Keegan Greencourt, a stellar goaltender last year for the Lumberjacks throughout the season. Keegan this year has a record of 7 wins and 8 losses, and a goals against average of 3.15 and a save percentage of .903. So as I said, the Lumberjacks not quite up to the task so far this year, but that can all change. They still have 14 games to play. We hope it doesn't tonight as they play the Maple Leafs here in Windsor in Nova Scotia junior hockey action. Other games tonight in the league: Member 2 will play at Antigonish, Eskasoni will be in Port Hawkesbury, and the Capstone Colts are in East Hants. There's the buzzer, and we'll now get ready for our national anthem. So buckle up your seats, and we'll get set to play Nova Scotia junior hockey here. The South Shore Lumberjacks against the Valley Maple Leafs. As expected, it'll be Keegan Greencorn in nets for the Lumberjacks and Graydon Mole for the Maple Leafs. And we'll see what happens here tonight. The last time that the Lumberjacks were in town here, the Leafs beat them 5-3. And that was just as the Leafs were just beginning their stage of pulling it on and winning 7 games in 10 starts. It was the only disappointing start. I think what would have been with the game against Eskasoni here a couple of Friday nights ago. They should have really had that game, but Eskasoni ended up winning it 4-2. But here we go. Gerhardt taking the face-off against number 10 for the Brandon Rideout. Lumberjacks clear it in. McKenzie picks it up for the Leafs. Can't do too much with it. Lumberjacks take it behind the Leafs net. Back out to the point. There's Schubele, takes a shot. Hits the blocker but goes wide. And the Leafs starting to come out here. McCarthy over to 18. Cameron Barnes. And Barnes has been showing some pretty good skills and talent of late. And there's our first whistle with only less than 30 seconds gone. Or I should say 34 seconds gone. This is the Maple Leafs' last home game prior to the Christmas break tonight. In fact, after tonight, the Leafs will only have 5 home games remaining on their schedule. So they'll have a few road games to play in the new year, but 5 home games left, the first 3 Fridays in January. Then they've got a pair in February. There's Westlake. He gets a shot. It's tipped off Caden Kurlick's stick. They're fighting for it along the boards. And there's the Lumberjacks coming out, and that's a number 7 for the Lumberjacks. John Schubele, who tried to come around the net and push it past Mole, but to no avail. Maple Leafs already serving a penalty. 1:37 left in it. Their penalty kill is better than the Lumberjacks this year, so we'll see what happens here. There's Justin Banks. Greencorn has it behind the net. He shoots it around. That was a high sticking penalty. I didn't get to see which player it was, but it was a 2-minute high sticking. There's just 1:15 left in it now. There's the Lumberjacks coming back down in. They'll jump it in. Caden Kurlick picks it up deep in Maple Leafs territory, and it's whistled down. Tyler Thomas and Owen McDermott taking the face-off here against McIntyre for the Lumberjacks. McDermott wins it, but the Lumberjacks pick it up along the boards. There's Aaron Lane, very talented defenseman. In fact, chosen the best defenseman in the league last year. Oh, and Klein can't hang on to it, and it hops over his stick, and it goes down into the Lumberjacks territory. And here come the Lumberjacks again, as the Leafs try to kill the last 33 seconds of this penalty. And it's offside, as number 4 for the Lumberjacks, Lane, goes in, but he takes it in too quick. So the faceoff will be coming back outside the Leafs blue line. McIntyre coming down, try to do something with it, but he can't. Schubele had it, but he lost it on the blue line. Schubele controlling the puck around center ice. He tried to get it in, but to no avail. And it's back to McIntyre in the Lumberjacks end now. He gets it over to Lonis. Back to McIntyre. McIntyre now streaking up over the Leafs blue line. Back to Osborne, but still nothing on nets. And the Leafs getting it out. The penalty now up, so the Leafs have killed that penalty off. Lachlan Levy, has the puck. He gets it back to Caden Kurlick. Caden Kurlick, O'Leary goes down for the Lumberjacks. And now here comes Coyle. Coyle for the Leafs, but he can't do too much with it. And the Lumberjacks pick it up again. Back to Cleary. Cleary coming down, but he loses control of it. Lumberjacks trying to get it, but it goes around the net, off the boards, as they battle for the puck. Jackson Welsh out there for the Leafs. Welsh picks it up there, but the Lumberjacks steal it off Welsh's stick, but nothing happens. And here comes McDermott. McDermott coming down, but he can't get a clear shot away, and it goes in behind the Lumberjacks net. Leafs keep it in. There's a shot. Oh, Greencorn, nice save there. Oh, and there he tried to get a shot away, and he missed. That was, I believe, Justin Banks, 77. Jackson Welsh, sorry. Jackson Welsh that took that shot. There's Caden Kurlock with it. And Kurlock ends up giving it back onto the sticks of the Lumberjacks. Westlake has it there. And there's 91 for the Leafs. Justin Banks. Stick breaks. Caden Kurlock shot it. Nice save there again by Greencorn. And the Lumberjacks shoot it in on Mole. Mole makes an easy save and drives it aside. Lumberjacks have it. And that's Lonis. Lonis to Barry. Barry dumps it in. But Caden Kurlock hustles right in behind the net, picks it up, and he gets it over to Goodwin. Goodwin trying to get it up to 21. Nick Oikel. Oikel going in behind the net. And there's 24, McCarthy. And it comes back out. And Thomas has it. He gets it over to. There's the Leafs, but they can't break in there on that two on 1.5, I guess you could almost say. There's the Lumberjacks taking a shot. Mole comes out for the save. And here's a race for the puck right now. Here's, trip coming up here. And Greencorn going to make the save. But that was number 10. Wilson Davison going in, but he was tripped up there. I didn't catch the Lumberjacks number, but we'll see who's going to the box here for the South Shore. That'll be Osborne for the South Shore. Owen Osborne, who will take the 2-minute tripping penalty with 13:53 to play here in the opening period, and we'll see what the Maple Leafs can do on their first power play chance tonight. Lumberjacks attempt to clear, but they end up shooting it over onto their bench. Here's the face-off now. Lumberjacks win it, but they get it back, and then it's just dumped out all over the boards again. That's going to be Jacob Gerhardt taking the face-off, but he can't do anything, and now the Lumberjacks break out. Here he comes down. Oh, nice move there. Oh, Klein made a nice move around the Leafs defender and shot it, but Mole made the save. Here come the Leafs back 3-on-3. Caden Kurlock keeps it in, but the shot goes out. The Lumberjacks clear it away. Just sort of back and forth hockey right now. Couple of nice saves by Mole and a couple of nice ones by Greencorn. Still 1:07 left in that penalty. The Leafs on the power play here. And here's Caden Kurlock starting up. Kurlock brings it to center ice. Makes a dipsy doodle around, and he still has it, but he can't get in through the South Shore defense. But Oikel did for almost a second before the Lumberjacks cleared it away. Osborne. There's 19 for the Leafs, Nick Goodwin. Oh, giveaway there. Osborne going in. Oh, and he misses the net as he tries to deke Mole. And he did, had Mole down and out, and then he shot it wide. Here's Davison for the Leafs. Davison controlling the puck. Going to try to get a shot away here, but he does, but it goes wide. There's the Leafs still fighting with it behind the Lumberjacks net, and the Lumberjacks break out. Westlake with it. Westlake coming down. Tries to get around the Leafs defense, but can't do it. And he's forced in, and the puck goes in where Goodwin has it for the Leafs, who were not able to connect on the power play there. Coleman coming in for the Lumberjacks. Over to Rideout, but no luck. Is Schubele going to get it back here at the point? No, the Lumberjacks can't get it back to him. They're fighting for it along the boards there. We'll see who's going to come out with it. Davison ends up the winner with it. And here he comes again. And he takes a shot on Greencorn from a distance. And the play is blowing dead. 10:55 to go here in the opening period. Lumberjacks and Leafs are still scoreless. I want to thank you for joining the Valley Maple Leafs webcast tonight. And we want to thank our many sponsors who are good enough to contribute and assist the Maple Leafs in putting on a great junior hockey. There's Mole out there. Schubele at the point. Gets it over to Lane. Lane shoots. And the Leafs have it again. Here comes 11, Lachlan Levy. He had it. He tried to get it over to 7. Ryan Coyle to no avail, and the Lumberjacks have it again. They bring it down, put it in where Mole plays it behind the net and over to number 12 for the Leafs, Cody Hebb. Here's Klein. Klein going to shoot from outside. He just takes a shot from the blue line, but it doesn't go on net. Osborne has it on the blue line, but he gives it away to number 6, Nick Vitito. Nick Vitito shoots it wide. There's McDermott. McDermott passing it right out in front. And that was Gerhardt that missed on that one. Caden Kurlock trying to keep the puck in, and he does. Try to get a long pass out to center ice to 19, Barry, but Barry couldn't get it. And it's back to Osborne at the center ice mark. Osborne has it. He shoots it in. Oh, couldn't hang on to it, the Leafs defender. Oh, and then the Leafs defender gets it back. There's, gonna go for icing there. Look for a second there that McDermott might be able to pick it up there, but pass was a little crisp and it went for an icing instead. Like I was saying earlier, the Valley Maple Leafs would like to thank the following major sponsors who make junior hockey here in West Hants, gives it a big boost throughout the year, and they are Leanne Miles, Centum Home Lenders, Bryson Developments, Valley Auto, Kings Honda, Kentville, M&M Sheet Metal, and Boyd's Auto Sales. And the Maple Leafs' next home game will not be until Friday night, January the 6th, when the East Hants Penguins come in. I know the Leafs would sure like to pick up a win here tonight and head into their Christmas break, because tonight is the last game the Leafs will play prior to essentially a month break. The boys are writing some exams and they have to take care of business like that. And there's always a break for teams. Port Hawkesbury, they're going to play their 22nd game of the season this weekend, and when they come back after the Christmas break, they're only going to have 8 games to play. There's the play. It goes up to Goodwin for a second, but Goodwin couldn't hang on to it. George picks it up for the Lumberjacks. He couldn't do anything with it. The Leafs trying to clear it out. No luck so far as Brown has it for the Lumberjacks. Into 10 and 18. Westlake takes a shot and Mole makes the save. Both teams staying on each other here so far. Nobody really being able to get a big break. As I said, both goaltenders have made a couple of key saves, but that's about it. And there's Coleman with it for the Lumberjacks. He tries to step around, and he gets number 10 for the Lumberjacks, Brandon Rideout, who got a shot away, and Mole made the save. And here comes Rideout again. Rideout goes in on the two Leafs defensemen, and it's picked up by Westlake. And he takes a shot and misses. As Mole makes the save. He didn't miss, but Mole made just a save. Leafs fighting hard for the puck. And that's, I believe, McCarthy in there. He's fighting along the boards with Goodwin. And the Leafs have at center ice. But well, the Lumberjacks had it for a split second, but Thomas has it now. He's fighting with Westlake. Tyler Thomas still holding control of it. And he's rubbed along the boards. Fans make a little bit of a noise there. Leafs fighting here tooth and nail. Lumberjacks have had a chance, but they haven't had a big chance. Davison and Lachlan Levy, they scrap along the boards with Lonis. Lonis and Davison have a little shoving match. There's a shot. Mole makes the save. And the Leafs dump it out. Is not enough for an icing. And that's Lachlan Levy going in, skating hard after the puck. One team trying to get on the scoreboard before this period ends. We only have 5:33 left. There's McIntyre coming down, but he's foiled by 77 for the Leafs. Jackson Welsh. There's Rideout coming in. Oh, no, hold it. No goal. No goal. Rideout apparently had it covered up, or not Rideout, but Mole had it covered up. Had his glove on it, and it's ruled the referee, I believe, had blown his whistle before the Lumberjacks kept digging at it and putting it past Mole. So no goal there. Lumberjack staff not questioning that too much. Coaching staff not questioning that too much. So they obviously don't think they have much of an argument on that one. Face-off now coming outside the Leafs blue line. There's Barry with it, and he tries to get it out to the point, which he does. Schubele from the point. Mole makes the save, and Brady McKenzie right there to pick it up. That's Aaron Lane with it. He gets it back to John Schubele. Schubele coming down. Schubele trying to go right in. Excuse me. And there's a goal as Mole is beaten. And I believe that was 7, John Schubele. And he came in. Yes, it was John Schubele. He came in and kind of foiled Mole because he hung on to it as Mole went down. and he still hung on to it and shot it just into the short left side of Mole. So the Lumberjacks are up 1-0 on the Valley Maple Leafs. However, I must say the Maple Leafs seem to enjoy this. Oh, here's a penalty coming. It happened quick, but I don't know. Is it going to 91 for the Leafs? It is. And that's Justin Banks that's going to take the penalty. With 4:04 to play here in the second period. So that's something the Leafs did not need. Down 1-0, and now forcing having to kill this penalty for 2 minutes. We'll see what happens here. There's Lane. Lane wondering whether to shoot it, but he passes it over to, I believe that's Schubele. It is. And Schubele has it again. Schubele took the shot. There's Westlake. Back to Lane. Lane over to Westlake. Westlake back to Lane. Lane to Schubele. That goal coming with 4:23 to play here in the opening period. Leafs still have another minute, a little less than a minute 30 left to kill this penalty off that Justin Banks took behind the Leafs net. There's Lane. Lane's going to take a shot. Oh, nice skate save there and another nice skate save by Graydon Mole. 2 back-to-back skate saves as the Lumberjacks shot low. We're trying to get another one before this period ended. Lumberjacks rushing out. They come in. And there's number 5, Tyler Thomas, who hit Lane hard into the boards, and Lane feeling it a bit as he goes to the bench. And we have another penalty call. This one looks like it's going to be for high sticking, and we're going to see who's going to get that. It looks like it's going to be the Lumberjacks. It is. It's going to be Lonis. Kyler Lonis. So the Leafs will go on the power play for a minute 19 once this penalty is up. And they still have 41 seconds left. So it's now 4-on-4. Mole going to hang on to it after the shot. Leafs starting out with it here. There's Eichel with it. Eichel bumps into Osborne. Oh, 4-on-4. And that was number 7 for the Lumberjack, John Schubele, who just missed scoring his second goal. And the Leafs now on the power play with a minute 11 to go in the Lumberjacks penalty. Schubele controlling the puck here. He stops. He's on the blue line, but then he loses it. And it goes back out to center ice and then all the way down into the Lumberjacks territory. Finito chasing after it. And the puck goes from one end to the other. And here's Caden Kurlock starting out with it. Leafs would dearly love to tie this before the first period ends. There's McDermott. McDermott Pass is just a little ahead of Jacob Gerhardt. He can't get it, but he does pick it up. He gets it over to Kurlock. Kurlock into McDermott. McDermott, there's the shot, and it goes into the netting. So with 1:07 to go here in the opening period, 1-0 South Shore Lumberjacks. It goes back to Caden Kurlock on the point. Kurlock, there's a shot, but it goes wide as McDermott takes it. Leafs still controlling the play here. And it comes back to Caden Kurlock again. And a penalty coming up, and the Leafs are going to take a penalty here with 4 seconds left in the Lumberjacks. 49 seconds to play here in the first period. So both teams having trouble staying out of the penalty box here. Caden Kurlock going to take the penalty. And the face-off now coming all the way back down to the Leafs' end. So the Leafs will be killing a penalty off to begin the second period. There's the Lumberjacks. Lane has it on the point. Lane debating what to do with it now. He gets it over to Klein. Klein shoots it. Mole makes the save. Klein picks it up again. He gets it over to, there's another goal. Klein scoring. 31 seconds left. And on the power play, Daniel Klein, beautiful pass. And he put it into a wide open net. With 31 seconds to go. So now it's a 2-0 deficit for the Valley Maple Leafs. But we've seen them come back from deficits larger than this. So we're only in the first period. 26 seconds to go. There's Coyle. Coyle gets it. Greencorn and the Leafs trying to hang on to it in the Lumberjacks' end. The clock ticking away. There's Lachlan Levy with it. Levy trying to get a shot away, but he can't. And the Lumberjacks dump it out, and there you go. The first period is over. Goals by Daniel Klein and John Schubele have given the South Shore Lumberjacks a 2-0 lead after one period at the John Parrish Jr. Arena tonight. And it's a big one, as I said at the start. The two teams are right now tied for fourth place in the Fred Fox division. The fourth place team will go to the playoffs. The fifth place team will miss it. And so we're going to have to see how this works out tonight. But we'll be back at the start of the second period here. 2-0 South Shore Lumberjacks. The Lumberjacks out shooting the Leafs 17-9 in that opening period. We'll be back in a short while from the John Parrish Jr. Rink in Windsor. Welcome back to the beginning of the second period here in Windsor tonight at the West End Sports Complex, the John Parrish Jr. Rink in Windsor. And after one period of play, it's the South Shore Lumberjacks leading the Valley Maple Leafs 2-0. One can only hope that the Leafs can get back into it. They were outshot 17-9 in that first period. Penalties dogged both teams, and in fact, a power play goal by the Lumberjacks prevented the Leafs from having to start this second period killing a penalty. But the Leafs have come back different times this year. We've seen it. So we'll just have to see what happens here. And there we go with the second period underway. Lumberjacks dump it in. Lane's back on the point. He shoots it, but it goes wide. And the puck goes out of play. Elsewhere in the Nova Scotia Junior Hockey League tonight, we have member 2 in Antigonish. We have Eskasoni visiting Port Hawkesbury. And we have the Colts in East Hants. And we'll get an update on those scores here as we move along here in this second period. There's the Leafs. They finally clear it out of their end, but the Lumberjacks pick it up at center ice with Schubele. Schubele and Lane seeing a tremendous amount of ice time out there tonight for the Lumberjacks. There's McIntyre trying to get a shot away but fails. He has to bring it back down into his own territory, but the Lumberjacks start out again. There's Rivera. Rivera, another shot. Mole makes the save there. Oikel bringing it out for the Leafs, but to no avail. Lumberjacks pick it up again. There's Schubele bringing it in. Gets the pass over. Mole comes up with the save. And Mole comes up with another save. Here come the Leafs. Leafs getting it over to Gerhard. On the wing, going in. Greencorn makes a soft save. Leafs maintaining control here. And the play goes out of play again. The puck goes out of play again. Face-off just coming out over the South Shore blue line. That's Green. And McLeod. Over to Gerhard on the far side. Gerhard coming in. He's going to try to make a play with it, but can't. And goes down. Both teams staying pretty close to each other and checking reasonably well, but the Lumberjacks have scored those 2 goals, and both times with Mole being down and drawn out. So we can only hope the Leafs can get back in it here. We'll see what happens. There's Gerhard chasing it. He dumps it in. Picked up by McDermott. McDermott shoots it over to the far side. Here's 27 for the Lumberjacks. Andrew George. He hasn't seen a lot of ice time tonight. But Osborne has it. He shoots it back behind the Leafs net. That's 88 out there. Justin Hardwick Brown. And there it's blowing down again as the play goes up, as the puck goes up out of play. As I said, a lot at stake tonight because this is the Leafs' last game prior to the Christmas break. They only have 5 home games left in January and early February. Their next home game will be a month from tonight, January the 6th, when they play host to the East Hants Penguins. And, that's not going to be an easy game, as the Penguins right now are, I believe they are 17-1, and they're playing tonight against the Colts. There's the Leafs keeping it in. There's a shot on Greencorn as Cameron Barnes kept the play in. Maybe we could take a look at the Odertown scoreboard, can we? We'll just see what's going on elsewhere tonight. I can't imagine the Penguins losing, but you never know. The Colts and Penguins are tied 2-2 in the first period, so I might have spoke too quick there. The Colts have been coming on of late. The Bulldogs really can't surprise anyone. They're leading number 2 4-0, and Eskasoni and Port Hawkesbury is on top 2-0. So we'll keep you up to date on those games as we move along. Here comes Lane. Lane rushing down over the Leafs blue line. Moving in. Tried to drop it back to McIntyre, but then Lane picks it up again behind the Leafs net. Gets it out to the point. Point shot tried and failed. And then just a soft shot by another Lumberjack defender. This has been an incredible streak for the Maple Leafs. 7 wins in 10 games, and they have played so very well. Losing that disappointing game to Eskasoni 4-2. And another game in Member 2 when they lost by a very... Was it Member 2 or Port Hawkesbury? I'm trying to think if it was the Port Hawkesbury game or the Member 2 game. It was the Port Hawkesbury game I think they lost, and Member 2 that they won, both by a goal. But then the big win over Sackville when they were down 3-0 with 6 minutes left in the second period, and they come back and scored 4 in a row, 1 at the end of the second, and then 3 more in the third. And that was a big win. And they'll play another game in Sackville before the end of the year. In fact, of the Maple Leafs 13 remaining games, 8 of them will be on the road, only 5 at home. I should say 12 remaining games, 5 at home, 7 on the road. They'll have another trip to Bridgewater, I believe. I know they've got another trip to East Hants for sure, and East Hants is coming back in here. There's Vitito with it behind the Maple Leafs net. Vitito starts out with it. He gets it up to McDermott. McDermott clears a pass away over to the side with nobody there to take it. There's Caden Kerlock with a shot. Vitito going in, going to keep the puck right in the Leafs 10, and, well, he did. And then it happened to jump out over the blue line. But the Leafs were quick to pounce on it, and Heb doing some checking. Caden Kurlak, he shoots it across where McKenzie shoots it in. There's McDermott. McDermott fighting for it hard. McDermott trying to get it out in front. Can't quite do it. Kurlak has it on the point. He gets it down, but it goes off the skate of Westlake of the Lumberjacks. And here comes Rideout. Rideout coming in for the Lumberjacks. And McKenzie, Brady McKenzie for the Leafs. And Greencorn's going to decide to cover up on this one. There's the Leafs winning the draw. McLeod, he dumps it in to McDermott. McDermott tried to get it out in front of the net to Gerhardt, but to no avail. McDermott has it still. And that's McKenzie who dumped it in. McDermott tried to get it over to, well, that was McDermott, but it was Gerhardt that tried to get it over to McDermott. And the Lumberjacks coming back down. They get a shot on Mole, and Mole makes the save. And there's a race for the puck now. Goodman going in for it. And the puck comes back out. Caden Kurlak has it at center ice. Brown dumps it in for the Lumberjacks. Graydon Mole shooting it along the boards, but it's picked up there by Brown. Brown dumps it in, and Mole going to try it again, but he still can't get it out. And the play's whistled dead. There's Lane with it on the point. The Lumberjacks keep it in. Cleary has it. Back to Joe Osborne. Osborne shoots it. Mole makes the save. Broken stick there. And there's Caden Kurlak. Caden Kurlak gets it up, but he can't get it all the way to Eichel. And they're still got that broken stick on the ice. And the Leafs going to try to start out with it, but they can't. It just goes to center ice. And the Lumberjacks pick it up again. Try to tuck it home there with a shot out in front to Lane, but Lane couldn't do anything with it right in front. Maple Leafs trying to clear it out again and end up giving it away to Lane, who brings it in for the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks have only played 500 hockey in their last 10 games. They're 5-5. One of those wins coming in overtime against the Pictou County Scotians. In fact, it was the Scotians' only loss in the month of November. Here come the Lumberjacks. Streaking down, they take a shot, but it goes wide. Art Amaro. They battle for it in along the boards. Nobody really picking it up right now. And that's Barry, who rubbed Cameron Barnes into the boards for the Leafs. And here's Goodwin, or Davison, I should say. Davison given, I thought, an elbow there, but maybe not. Referee was right there looking right at it. He didn't see anything wrong with it, so. Teams all fighting for the right to play in the Nova Scotia Junior Championship. And then the winner of here's a shot, and there is 17. No, that's 12 for the Leafs. Cody Hebb, who had a close-in chance. And then it comes down where Mole makes the save. And two teams will battle for the Nova Scotia Junior Hockey League Championship come late March, early April, with the winner going to Kensington PEI for the 2025 Don Johnson Memorial Cup, symbolic of junior hockey supremacy in Atlantic Canada. There's Hebb chasing after. 12 for the Liam Sylvester. And here come the Lumberjacks again. McIntyre picks it up, back to Klein. Klein shoots, Mole makes the save. And we're down to 7:59 left here in the second period. A real fast-paced period of hockey. Not a lot of great scoring chances. Lumberjacks out shooting the Leafs right now, 10-6 in this second period. That's Westlake. He's going to do the draw with with 27 for the Maple Leafs. Aiden McLeod. And the Lumberjacks come back with it again. They move in, take the shot, and Mole makes the glove save. Leafs just not able to get in there and apply a lot of pressure on Keegan Greencord like we've seen in earlier games when they do get spurts of really being able to apply the pressure, and then they end up with one or two goals pretty quick. But tonight, for some reason, they're getting shots on Greencorn, but there's no sustained pressure on them. Now, Mole's been able to make a few more key saves for the Maple Leafs, but even in saying that, the Lumberjacks are not getting consistent pressure on Graydon Mole either. So we'll have to see how the last 7:39 of the second period plays out. Then we'll have one 20-minute period left after that, unless, of course, the Leafs tie it up and cannot pull it out in regulation and we go into a 5-minute sudden death. There's Westlake with it. He falls as the Leafs stay right on him. That's Caden Kurlak passing it way across to Gerhardt, but Gerhardt can't beat Lane to the puck. And Westlake coming in with it. Westlake, and the shot goes off the Leafs' stick. The Valley Maple Leafs would like to thank the following key sponsors who make junior hockey and support junior hockey in this Windsor West Hants area. Design Point Engineering and Survey Limited, Halifax Folding Cartons, OK Tire Windsor, Gary and Denise Josie, Melissa Sheehy-Richard, the MLA for Hants West, and Cody Blois, the MP for Kings Hants. The Maple Leafs' next home game will be or not next Friday, I'm so used to saying that, but it won't be again now until Friday, January 6th, when the East Hants Penguins will be in town. The Maple Leafs would like to head home for Christmas after tonight with a win against the Lumberjacks, but they're going to really have to pick things up here in the final 26 minutes of this contest. There's Westlake behind the net. The Leafs grab a hold of it, and they shoot it out to center ice, but that's as far as they get it before the Lumberjacks clear it back in. There's Caden Kurlak with it behind the Leafs net. Over to Eichel. Eichel has it for the Leafs. He's looking to get it up to Goodwin, but George takes it with a glove and knocks it down. There's Vidido with it behind the Leafs net. Vidido going to start out with it, but then he reneges on that. And then the Leafs, Goodwin, and Eichel almost had it there for a second before George knocked the puck down and took it away from him before it actually could get to him. There's Clary. Clary dumping it in. They battle for it along the boards. And here comes Vidido. Vidido moving in. He's going to keep it going right behind the net. Tries to get it out in front where Goodwin has it for a second, but it goes off the pads of a Lumberjack defender. Caden Kurlak can't keep it in as Cleary now has it for the Lumberjacks. He goes right in, trying to go in on Mole, but he can't. Mole comes around the net, and the puck just rolls out in front, and Mole covers up. Just checking the Out of Town scoreboard right now. And the score, the Bulldogs are on top of Membertou now 5-0. And the Colts, believe it or not, have scored 3 goals in the second period, and they're now leading the East Hants Penguins 5-2. If the Penguins lose tonight, only their second loss this year. Of course, it's 2-0 Lumberjacks here, and it remains 2-0 Port Hawkesbury over Eskasoni. The Colts were slow starting out of the gate, but they've really come on fire of late. And they play the struggling Sackville Blazers on Monday night in Sackville. There's the Leafs. Out to Barnes. Barnes has it. He gets it up to Davison, but Davison can't hang on to it. And the Leafs try to hang on to it, but they can't. And now it looked like it was going to be a 2-on-1, but it ended up not being. There's 5 for the Leafs. Tyler Thomas. And Mole makes the save there. .408 to play here in the second period. Lumberjacks still on top, 2-0. No scoring in this second period. Goals in that first by John Schubele and Daniel Klein. Klein into a wide open net there. They had Mole down with 31 seconds to play in that first period. There's the Lumberjacks again, and there, another one where Mole is down. And the Lumberjacks score with 3:43 to play. That goal going to number 24 for the Lumberjacks. It's ironic, all 3 goals have been the same tonight for the Lumberjacks. Kyle McIntyre And the Lumberjacks are pouncing on it just at the right opportunity, with Mole either down or drawn too far to the other side of the net, and they dump it into almost an empty net all 3 times. 3:43 left to play here in the second period, and the Lumberjacks go on top 3-0. So the Maple Leafs are going to have a heck of a third period to get back in this one tonight. Gerhard and Lane bumping into each other there. Now the puck coming out, and Vitito now has to chase it for the Maple Leafs. 2:57 to go here in the second period. Lane has it for the Lumberjacks. Westlake to Coleman. Back out to McDermott. McDermott has Gerhard over on the wing, but here comes McDermott in. McDermott going to try to get in there, and Gerhard, but neither one is successful. They go right in front of the Lumberjacks net. Maple Leafs are trying to keep it in, and they do. Vitito chasing Lane for it, and Vitito is able to keep it in. Gerhard in along the boards. And there's McDermott, but the puck goes out. Oh, okay. Leafs got a break there. It looked like the puck had come out over the blue line. There's McLeod. McLeod, but no, he's knocked off the puck by George. And Westlake takes it, and he brings it in, but the Maple Leafs don't let him get any further. George has it again. And here comes Gerhard with McDermott. McDermott and Gerhard. Gerhard coming down. Tried to get it back to McDermott, but he couldn't. The Lumberjacks prevented him from doing it. Klein now picking it up, going in. Blocker save there by Mole. Another chance. Mole comes up with a save. Kyle McIntyre, the only goal here in the second period. 1:25 to go. South Shore leading the Maple Leafs 3-0. There's a referee with his hand up. Are we going to see a penalty here? And that's the last thing the Leafs need it right now to head into the third period playing shorthanded, but that's the way it is. 1:15 to go, and Cody Hebb draws a penalty for high sticking. Schubele over to Lane. Lane controlling the play at the point. Across to Westlake, but Westlake couldn't do anything with it for a second, and he can't. We're into the last minute of play here in the second period. And we're going to have a hooking penalty here. And Aaron Lane's going to take that for the Lumberjacks. So the Leafs will have the power play for 22 seconds. When their penalty is up. Two minutes for high sticking, Aaron Lane. No, Lane got the hooking. and it was Heb for the high sticking. There's Lonis on the point. As we tick down, 19 seconds to go here in the second. Puck in behind the Leafs net. They try to clear it out in front, but it goes back to the point. There's Schubele. Schubele takes a shot, but Mole makes the save. There we are. There's the end of the second period. And we have a 3-0. A 3-0 Lumberjacks lead after 2 periods. Shots on goal in that period, the Lumberjacks 18 and the Valley Maple Leafs 10. So the Valley Maple Leafs are really going to have to kick things into high gear here in the third period if they're going to do anything tonight. And that's the end of the second period. So we'll bid you adieu for 15 minutes, and we'll come back and bring you play-by-play, live play-by-play of the third period in just a few minutes. We're just taking a look at that scoreboard. Welcome back to the third period here at the John Parrish Junior Rink in Windsor. Third period action, Nova Scotia Junior Hockey between the Valley Maple Leafs and the South Shore Lumberjacks. Unfortunately, the South Shore Lumberjacks have a 3-0 lead. They scored 2 goals in the first period and 1 more in the third. John Schubele, Daniel Klein, and Kyle McIntyre, your Lumberjack goal scorers. The Valley Maple Leafs would like to thank the following major sponsors: Leanne Miles, Centum Home Lenders, Bryson Developments, Valley Auto, Kings Honda Kentville, M&M Sheet Metal, and Boyd's Auto Sales. The Maple Leafs' next home game will be here a month from tonight, January 6th, as the Leafs will get a Christmas break after tonight. And they will come back on January 6th to play their final 12 games of the year, and only 5 of them at home. 7 of them will be on the road. And elsewhere tonight, oh my heavens, the East Hants Penguins, they're only being outshot 36-33 by the Capstone Colts, but the Colts are doing a number on the Penguins tonight, 7-2. Andy Kanish has moved up in front, 7-0 on member 2. And the Port Hawkesbury Eskasoni, they're staying deadlocked. Port Hawkesbury 2-0. And here, the Lumberjacks, as I mentioned earlier, 3-0 on the Valley Maple Leafs. There's 2 games tomorrow in the Junior League. Brookfield is at the South Shore. Pictou will play in member 2. Sunday, there's 1, Eskasoni at Pictou. And Monday night, the Colts will be in Sackville to play the struggling Blazers, who have fallen all the way to 9-8-1. They only have 19 points. They're only 5 up here on the Lumberjacks and the Valley Maple Leafs. So we'll see what takes place here in the third period. The Maple Leafs will have 22 seconds on the power play as the 2 teams start 4-on-4 this period. Maple Leafs 44 left in their penalty. Cody Hebb's high sticking, and Aaron Lane has 1:06 left in his 2 minutes for hooking. And those were obtained near the end of the second period. A little bit of trouble down there in the Leafs net as the officials are working on the ice in the crease area. Graydon Mole just standing by the side watching them. But there must have been ice, obviously must have become soft, or there's a hole in it. But they have the door open. They're asking rink management to take a look at it now. And we've got 3 officials down there, a referee and 2 linesmen, a linesman on his knee. And now we have somebody from the rink staff to bring out a scraper. Meanwhile, the other referee is down talking to Jim Bottomley and Brett Fletcher, the coaching staff at the South Shore Lumberjacks bench. I don't know how long it's going to take to get this fixed up. They brought a water bottle out there. Referee still doing some rubbing on his knees, or linesman doing some rubbing on his knees there. Now they're bringing out some more snow. Rink management. So we have a bit of delay in getting this second period underway. It's a fast-paced game. And Leafs being outshot by a count of 35-19. They were outshot 17-9 in the first period and 18-10 in the second period. But it looks like we're getting awfully close to playing now. Graydon Mole, the officials have left the crease. Graydon Mole just talking with the rink employee as the rink employee scrapes some snow back into the net. But it appears whatever problem existed down there might have been cleared up now, as the rink employee takes one last look. There. I guess it's done with now. So we're set to roll here. The officials will take a look down there and see that the door's been closed. So we'll have 20 minutes of hockey, and who knows? The Maple Leafs have rallied before, and they might happen, but Scotia is playing an aggressive game tonight, and they've constantly got their heads up tonight, and they're moving the puck, and they're certainly getting a number of shots on goal. As the Lumberjacks coaching staff is talking to the players along the bench. Referee checking for another spot on the ice now. And referee still skating over, looking for areas, so they're not 100% satisfied yet. And what's going to happen here now? No, I guess we're not. There's still some questions about the ice, because the referee's now going down to talk to rink employees again, and we're going to see what transpires now, because there's something that the officials don't like in what they're seeing out here. Two rink employees down there discussing it. Linesman is now gone to join the conversation. I want to see some hockey, but obviously the officials have a job to do as well, and they have to make sure that the ice is in pristine condition. A couple of the officials now going back over to talk with the Lumberjacks coaching staff. In fact, head coach Jim Bottomley. And I can't hear quite that far away, but the Leafs all along their own bench. Mole and Greencorn, they haven't left their nets, so I don't know what's going to happen here. But now one rink employee has gone and taken a walk and gone to get the fire extinguisher. So I wonder what that, if they're going to bring that out. Well, whatever it was, he was checking it, but as quick as he got it, he's putting it back. Whatever it is, no, because they're not in any fantastic hurry to get things moving here right now. They're still talking with rink staff down there at the behind the Leafs net. Jim Bottomley into a heavy-duty conversation with the officials. Maybe we could find out ice conditions of some sort. And they're having quite a discussion, so whatever it is, They appear to be waiting for something right now. I don't know what it is, but just one linesman there now, and the referee out in front of the Leafs net again, doing a little scraping and digging. We'll review that out-of-town scoreboard again. The Cole Harbour Colts, or Capstone Colts, I should say, leading the East Hants Penguins 7-2. It's Annie Kanish 7, Member 2 no score. Meanwhile, Port Hawkesbury and Eskasoni, they're battling it out. Port Hawkesbury still leading Eskasoni 2-0, and they're in the late stages of that game. Port Hawkesbury scoring 2 goals in the first period, and that's all the scoring there's been. I'd like to be telling you more, but unfortunately, my hands are tied because I have no way of knowing exactly what the issue is, other than it has something to do with the ice, and that was obvious from the very beginning of this third period. And I see Caden Kurlak now talking with rink staff. Quite a delay, though. We've been back here ready to start the third period now for almost 10 minutes. And the two linesmen and 2 referees are now talking. And there's 3 rink staff down there talking. Caden Kurlak listening in with one of the linesmen, or one of the officials, I should say, one of the referees. Well, we've got one small report, and it looks like they're saying that center ice, there's a piece of ice there that could be gouged, and they don't like what they see there. How they repair that right now, but a gouge in the ice is not something you want because it can be dangerous for skaters out there. Jim Bottomley on the phone down there, so whatever it is, it appears to be serious. And no movement towards play whatsoever. The officials now, the 2 referees are now over at the timer box, and they're having a discussion over there. situation like this hasn't happened in the league in quite a while. I know it was about 2, maybe 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I think, when the Capstone Colts and the South Shore Lumberjacks were involved in a playoff series, and they had to call the game in the third period due to the ice not being in a safe condition. And I believe that was down at the old CFB Shearwater Forum, where the Colts do play their home games. They're having quite a discussion. We're now about 15 minutes. We should have almost had about half or to 3/4 of this period played. Now, Owen McDermott is there talking with rink staff, and the linesman and a referee have gone down once again. And now they're looking at the goaltending crease again. Now, this obviously happened. They didn't notice it right up until the end of the second period. So, obviously, something happened. But well, something just happened. The referee went over and shook his finger. And I don't know if this game has now been the Lumberjacks are all patting themselves on the back. They're leaving the ice.
There's a gouge going from the whole ice, and it's not able to be fixed.
Well, now there's a gouge that is going from the whole end of the ice, from one end to the other, and it can't be fixed in this short period of time. So they have called the game. We're not going to see a third period. So the game has been suspended, is what they're saying. The game has been suspended, so this third period is going to have to be played, I'm assuming, the next time the Lumberjacks are in town, if they come back to town, or if the Leafs go to South Shore. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's it, and the game suspended after 2 periods due to unsafe ice conditions, with the Lumberjacks on top of the Maple Leafs 3-0. So we will bid you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year on behalf of the Valley Maple Leafs and the webcast here at the John Parrish Jr. Rink. Have yourself a great Christmas, a great 2025, and we'll see you back here on January 6th when the Maple Leafs will be hosting the East Hants Penguins. Good night. Well, if South Shore comes back here, we're going to see 4 periods of hockey. We're going to see the conclusion of this game. But if they go to Bridgewater, they'll have to play the game down there. I forget who has the odd home game in this. I really do.
So if they go down there, they'll have to play.
Yeah, they'll have to play there because these guys are playing. This is their 4th game, and they only have 1 game left here in the season series. And I can't remember if it's in the Valley or if it's on the South Shore. I forget. I should look at it. Just take a look at the schedule here. We'll see. Because if they have to play, they'll play it down there.